Delilah, you can be on there too. I have to ask you to pardon me for a moment as I'm having a conversation with a cat because the other cat is up on the petting platform back there. Well, are we being blurry? We are a little blurry, aren't we? We're going to have to fix that. Let's see what we can do about fixing that. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's doing it right. Focus, exposure, that should all be good. Seems fuzzy to me, Bob. Let's try this. Close. Open. There we go. Snapped back into focus. Thank goodness for that. Oh, no, it was definitely the technology. The cat behind me now is Domino on the petting platform. Delilah is currently being cat-handled by Amy up onto the petting platform, where we will now have a moment of feline coexistence. Something very rare to see in our environment.
Yes.
So I am now, if I sit over here, I am officially between two cats at this moment. And we now see one of them decide, well, fine, I'll be there. I just don't have to face that other cat. Oh, welcome to show 83. 83 shows. Yikes. Wow, that's a lot. Here we are once again, in a way, in an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas. And I have brought Perdy back out again because I'm having fun doing this. I will swap out instruments just because I can. And I have tuned it, but I'm going to tune it again. And it's already out of tune. Or it thinks it's either out of tune or the tuner is broken. And that could, either way it could go, actually.
No, you do not need to roll so that you are closer to the ground.
There. Close enough for the bloody internet. Oh! So, we're going to try this, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you for showing up again. Let's see what happens. I will push a button, and we will do a thing. That's right. It's possum time. Possums in a trench coat come to tea. Sit right there at the table like you and me. Do they want another biscuit? Better give them three, cause it's not really a guy. There's 6 possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat go to town. Got themselves an Uber, couldn't flag it down. The driver didn't stop, no, he just kept on going, cause he didn't want to drive. 6 possums in a trench coat. We have feline warfare going on behind me. Possums in a trench coat see a show. Do you give them just one seat of the entire front row? Do the possums in the middle just peek out through the buttons? Man, I got so many questions for 6 possums in a trench coat. Bridge! Feline warfare going on behind me. For those of you who missed it, Delilah decided she was going to not put up with this and hopped down and walked out. She'll be back. Probably during the show. And you may have noticed a difference in the sound halfway through the song. I have a tendency to play with the pad of my thumb because if I play with a pick or loudly, then in the office at work at an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas, people will come around and go, "What the heck's going on here?" But if I strum lightly, even on this machine, it works.
Hey.
That was pretty loud. I'm pretty sure about it. See? Now, I can't tell how loud that actually comes across, but it seems kind of soft. This is, of course, an 8-string tenor ukulele and a bitey cat. We have feline drama going on behind me. Why? That's what happens during the show, apparently. I can barely tell, but I can see behind me now. Domino had apparently had a nightmare last night, and she was very, very insecure and kind of bitey and dominance games for most of the day, driving poor Delilah bonkers. That's what happens when you have two cats that got adopted at the same time, but they were not related to each other.
And not in the same room.
Not in the same room at the time.
6 years apart.
6 years apart. We thought they were both older cats. We were wrong. That's okay. I think I'd like some cheese. Anyway. Fridge update. For those of you who are curious about the fridge. It's dead, Jim. And the home warranty people are, in fact, going to give us either a gift card with enough money on it to buy a new fridge, or they're going to reimburse us on a new fridge. So we'll see. We'll see which route we want to go. Friday, we're taking the day off from work, from the day job, and we are going to go fridge shopping. Because that's what you do. It's a romantic Friday afternoon, shopping for a fridge. Actually, Friday morning, so that fewer people are in the stores when you go.
Some people will finish at 7.
That's right. Next song is a traditional song. I think it's going to sound really nice on this. Yeah, kitty cats do have dreams. We've seen it happen. Dogs have dreams too. And you see their feet twitching and so forth, and what they're dreaming about, we don't know. But we just hope it's basically good dreams. And if it's not a good dream, we want to be there to make them feel better. Let me get in here to Arky's Toast. Part of the Beggar's Legacy package. This should sound absolutely lovely, accompanied by the ukulele, the 6-string, or 8-string ukulele. This is twice as many strings as normal. This happens sometimes in nature. We'll drink to the downfall of tyrants. We'll drink to Christ the Lord. We'll drink to the 12 apostles who preached his holy word. We'll drink to the saints and martyrs in the dismal days of yore. And whenever our tankers are empty, we'll remember one saint more. And whenever our tankers are empty, we'll remember one saint more. We'll drink a health to the king, me boys. We'll drink a health to the queen. We'll drink to the royal princes wherever they are seen. There's one behind the tree. We'll drink to the dukes and duchesses and all their loyal men. Have I mentioned how much I don't like the B-flat chord? And whenever our tankers are empty, we'll fill them up again. And whenever our glasses are empty, we'll fill them up again. We'll drink a health to the landlord of this glorious harvest feast. We'll raise our glasses high, me boys, to the strength of malt and yeast. We'll drink a health to the landlord and his ale so strong. And finally I got the B-flat chord handled. And we'll hope that he forgets to shout when it comes to closing time. And we'll hope that he forgets to shout when it comes to closing time. And now we'll drink to the ladies. Hi there. We'll drink to all their charms. How you doing? We'll drink to the pleasures that we find when we are in their arms. Family show. We'll hold them very tight, me boys, but we will make it clear. It's goodbye on the day that they do say they will keep us from our beer. It's goodbye on the day that they do say they will keep us from our beer. Not bad. I think it does benefit from having more strings. More strings is a good thing. More strings is always a good thing. There's some other songs that I'm thinking about borrowing from Beggar. Many of them were basically because of how Beggar got together. Beggar was basically some friends singing at an ale stand. Some of them worked at the ale stand, some of them hung out at the ale stand, and you sang, and sometimes people would buy you a beer because you sang at the ale stand. That was the entire focus initially of Jolly Beggar, and then it became kind of a big thing. And then everybody started doing all the Jolly Beggar songs, and now they're all kind of doing the Poxy Buggard songs and the Naughty Minstrel songs. It's whatever catalog of whatever group it is that's popular at the time that your group got together. That's how you decide what songs you're going to do. Unless you write your own songs like the Poxy Boggards do. And then you write a lot of songs about drunkenness and venereal disease, and no one else wants to sing those songs, and it all works out well for yourself. It's a weird day. That's all right. I'm having a terrible case of short-timer's disease because, as I said, I am going to be taking Friday off. I haven't taken a day off since my birthday last month, at the beginning of the month, before everything in this house started to break. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. So I want to try this one out. It's an A minor chord. It's a piratey chord. That means I need you to do a piratey song. Yarr. Come, listen to me tale, me hearties, heed well to me call. We'll launch our ships, and stealthily we'll glide over the wall. We'll land as soft as feathers, and we'll deftly pick their locks. We'll pounce upon our prey, me boys, and then we'll steal their socks. So pirates on the sky, me boys, no longer do we roam, just looking for a decent pair without a holy toe. So pirates and dirigibles, the clouds beware we roam. We'd all turn on as sailors if we just could make our own. The city watch, they know our ship, each one does know our name. They stalk down us poor sailors, and upon us heap their shame. We'll ransack every port and town for hosiery we adore. 'Tis not so much a fetish, more a way of keeping score. So pirates and dirigibles, the sky be where we roam, just looking for a decent pair without a holy toe. So pirates in the sky, me boys, the clouds be where we roam. We'd all turn on as sailors if we just could make our own. We'd almost had our fill, me lads, but we made one stop more. Accosted a fair maiden coming out of the yarn store. This plucky lass, she was quite brave, she did not flinch a bit. She glared us down defiantly and taught us how to knit. Oh, that ain't hard. So pirates in the sky no more, no longer do we roam. We've all turned on as sailors who know how to turn a toe. So pirates in the clouds no more, we've settled down at home. We've all turned on as seamen now that we can make our own. One of these days, I'm going to do that song with the eye patch on. When I take this out and we're allowed to go out into the world again and perform in front of groups of people, I fully and wholeheartedly intend to have the eye patch handy, so that way I can do things like say, "Hi, doctor's trying to get me to cut down. He's got me on the patch." Yar. Point at the wrong eye, because, you know, it's funnier if it's pointing at the wrong eye, because that's comedy. That's how the comedy thing works. It's true. I looked it up in a book. It's true. True story. Oh, my goodness me. So, let's see. What else have we caught up? So that way I catch up on things here. Doppelganging myself here. Just in case I'm missing anybody watching. There are, apparently, according to Restream, on this screen, I got 6 people watching me. According to Facebook, I've got 4 people watching me. I don't know. I honestly don't think it's keeping track very well. The last song we're doing is one that I love doing. It's a closer. It's a banger song. And I was concerned that it wasn't going to be the kind of song that I'd be able to get away with, but it's just a glorious thing, and it's a glorious sing-along. I am trying to expand my repertoire of music hall songs. It's actually harder than you might think, because not every song has a glorious, jolly sing-along chorus. And not every song suits every performer. But this one just does. It's BERTHA'S MUSSELS. What's not to love, right? Just gonna real quick bring up the notes just in case I have a complete and utter brain malfunction, which is sometimes common, especially in these trying times. I will also be playing this with my fingernails, which are not chipping and shattering as much for some reason. But this one kind of calls for just getting out there. Eat BERTHA'S MUSSELS, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to BERTHA'S and you'll be in for a rare old treat. Well, a sailor came to BERTHA'S with a problem most severe. His manly pride had been atrophied by a voyage of 14 years. So he ate a plate of mussels. Now he sings in a different key. His jibum said right, he'll be back at night, and he's not going back to sea. So eat BERTHA'S MUSSELs, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to BERTHA'S and you'll be in for a rare old treat. Now a lady came to BERTHA'S who wanted a daughter or son. The doctors had said with a shake of their head that she couldn't have either one. So she ate a plate of mussels and went home to her husband dear. She turned up his cruise, and to tell you the truth, they had triplets the very next year. So eat BERTHA'S MUSSELs, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to BERTHA'S and you'll be in for a rare old treat. They will cure your diarrhea, thank God, cure your constipation too. Just swallow a box for the chicken pox, for the measles, for the flu. So if you fancy a healthy life, get your daily dosage straight. A plate a day of BERTHA'S MUSSELs and you'll live till you're 98. So eat BERTHA'S MUSSELs, they're the best there is by far. Bertha's and Bertha's, and you'll be in for a rare old treat. And so we come sliding in sideways, tripping over the curb, bumping our way up along the sidewalk, accidentally stepping in the flower pot, and finally face down in the living room on the coffee table at another hard to explain Troubadork Non-Commute show. Hope you guys have had a good time. I have had a good time doing it. We are doing this because we need something to do. I'm doing it because it helps me continue to get my chops up for performing. One day, I might even be considered a musician. Fernando. As opposed to just a magician, comedian, and general crazy person. And that's alright. I hope you've had a good time. We will talk about a couple of things real quick because we do. That's a thing. We live in a capitalistic society, and therefore, if you want to throw some money at me, you can do so at paypal.com/theadequate. Robert and Rick and Emily and Miranda were very generous to me, and I appreciate that a great deal. Any money that goes into the Troubadork show through this channel goes right back into the show for things like ukulele strings and tuners and talent and stuff like that. There is a more long-term way to support adequacy in our lifetime, and that is by going to patreon.com/theadequate. And I would like to thank Lorene and Brian and John, and Richard and Kaylee and BK and Relly and Alicia and Rob and Stephen for doing so. It's basically a subscription kind of plan. You say, I'm going to throw money at him $1 or $2 every month. So if you've got $12 and low standards or know someone who does, check it out. You get stuff. You get previews of things like goofy songs that were inspired by various and sundry other people. You get buttons and ebooks and the ability to tell me to write a song. And that's always kind of nice. That's fun. And of course, once you get thanked on every single one of these shows that I do, because that's the way this thing works out. The archives are over here, of course, at facebook.com and twitch.tv/TobiasTheAdequate. That's the Tobias the Adequate Facebook page, and twitch.tv is my Twitch channel. I have a whopping 11 Twitch followers, none of whom seem to ever get here all at once, and that's okay. Well, we can work with that. Apparently, if I get 50 followers and an average of 3 viewers per show, I get a pony. I guess. I don't know. It's a thing. YouTube.com/MPLEGARE has the Troubadork playlist, which I will be updating at the end of this week, probably putting 2 weeks worth of shows into it, and because that's the way things have been going. You know, some weeks you're like on it, just right on it, and some weeks you're just lucky to be wearing the right amount of clothing for the show you're doing. I'm wearing pants. I am. Carpe Diem Comics is, of course, the official emotional support comic shop of Tobias the Adequate, the Troubadork show, and anything else that seems like a good idea at the time. They are physically located in McKinney, Texas, and located on the interwebs at carpediemcomicsonline.square.site. I am working on getting more plugs into this show. Lorene, I need to get your publishing company up here, and I will probably restructure the entire plugs and begging for money portion of our show fairly soon, because we've been doing it now for 4 months, and you'd think I might actually have an idea of what the heck I'm doing. I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. It's hard to tell. I think that's everything. We are still down 1 cat, but we do have another cat, and my lovely wife, neither of whom has fled this room during the show. So that's kind of nice. ¿Por qué no los dos? Dos gatos. Sí. Yo tengo 2 gatos, pero uno gato no está aquí ahora. Uno gato está on the table. I just had a complete failure of my Spanish. I was going to say something else. I can't even tell anymore. It's a little hard to tell. Musician crazy me? Yeah, pretty much. I could be both. It's kind of a retirement plan, because I've been doing the magic show for 18 years now, and I'm beginning to have a lot more fun doing the music. And as long as folks like you watch, listen, comment, like, subscribe, promote me to other places, then we can all work out. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me again. I am Tobias the Adequate. Y'all have been fantastic. Es en la puerta. Ah, the penny rounds in the garden, eh? I know, I see. Totemu wa karimasen deshita yo. Thank you once again for encouraging my behavior. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, I didn't change the tagline. Well, I'll have to fix that one of these. We'll fix that in post-production. Nobody will notice. It'll be